What's going on, guys? I'm with Moose, and today I'm back with another episode of my Red Sox franchise. This series is a very important one against the Toronto Blue Jays in Rogers Center, of course, in Toronto. And we are looking to take some games off of them and really seal up this AL East crown because Toronto is in second place in our division. And granted, they are about 8 games back, but that's still close enough to the point where if we go on a big stumble and then go on a big run, that we could lose that lead. So we do not want to let that happen. And Chris Young doing his best to try to make sure it doesn't happen. Hitting a 2-run home run here in the first inning. Very nice. Getting us on the board and looking pretty good. Actually, that was the second inning, I should say, off J.A. Happ. And of course, Chris Young basically plays against every single lefty we face, so expect to see him a lot going forward. But we do give up a walk there and then a base hit through the right side. So they got a couple guys on here in the bottom of the second inning looking to strike right back against us after we took that 2-0 lead in the top of the frame. Hopefully Clay Buchholz can shut him down, though. Instead, curveball hit through the right side. That's going to be a base hit. Mookie coming up throwing, but not strong enough. And honestly, I cut it off anyway. Wouldn't have been out either way. Really did not have the footing to make a really strong throw there. So they get a run across the board there. Now here in the bottom of the third inning, Edwin Encarnacion, possible future Red Sox. We'll see. I'm not going to make any predictions, but who knows? We'll see about that in real life, and maybe even in this franchise. Bottom of the third, he gets a base hit, and then a massive home run to right field gives them the lead 3-2. Not very good. Definitely not what we wanted to see. Chris Colabello delivering for them. A very nice home run for him. Now here in the top of the seventh inning, looking to tie this one up. J.A. Happ still on the hill. Really have not done anything off him since that Chris Young home run, but we do get a base hit with JBJ. Not very common for him to get hits off lefties, but we'll take it. And then we're trying to be aggressive and whatnot, getting the steal of second base. So we got a runner in scoring position. Travis Shaw still at the dish. He's going to ground out to first base. They do get him at first on a close play, but JBJ moves up to third on that one. So we're looking to finally get this run across the board, tie this one up. Sandy Leon, he gets a base hit through the middle, and that is going to tie it up at 3. A very clutch base hit for Sandy, as there were 2 outs. So even a fly ball or a ground ball to the right side really was not going to get that run. And now here in the bottom of the 11th inning, Carson Smith on. We walk one guy, and then Chris Colabello down the right field line. That's going to get down there. We got to dig this one out as they got a pinch runner on first with a pretty good speed. Mookie getting caught up in the corner. This is what killed us on this play. Able to turn it around, and just late on the throw as Dalton Pompey scores from first base, kind of because Mookie got caught up in the right field corner. I don't know. The physics in this game are kind of weird sometimes, and hey, it happens. Chris Colabello delivering for them again. Really having a great game for him with 3 RBIs with that home run as well earlier. So, I mean, what are you going to do? That's kind of a fluky play. I'm not going to be too upset about it, but we do need to hit better. That is basically the key. Is our pitching is really not, doing that poorly. What do we give up that game? 4 runs total. Usually when you give up 4 runs with an offense like the Red Sox, you're going to be able to win most games, and we got to make sure we actually win those games. Now here in the bottom of the first inning of this next game, of game number 2, they give up a double and then a walk right here, so not a great start for Andrew Kashner. Looking to shut this down and hopefully limit the damage if we can. With 2 down, he gives up a base hit right here, but Jackie Bradley Jr. coming up throwing an amazing throw. You don't test Jackie, and this dude is out by a good 4 or 5 steps. Very, very nice. Kevin Pillar gun down at the plate and looking pretty good. Now here in the top of the 5th inning, still no score, 0-0, tied up. And Russell Martin on a really like a little dinky hit by Travis Shaw, throws it into right field. That's going to give us second base and could serve as a spark plug for a rally possibly, which we really, really need. Like I said, the offense has been really stagnant as of late, and we definitely need to capitalize when we can. So we get a couple guys on. Guy on third now as we move him over. Now Dustin Pedroia, when I hit this, I honestly thought it was out of here. Instead, we'll take it. A sac fly gets us on the board. And like I said, we'll take anything at this point since our offense has been so pedestrian lately. Definitely want to see anything we can to get any runs we can across the board. Now they get a base hit right here in the bottom of the 5th inning. So once again, they're trying to strike back right after we take a lead, and they're able to do just that with the base hit. And then another one in the right field corner. Don't want to see this right field corner ever again. Mookie Betts struggling, of course, down there. Now it makes a better play this time, but the throw is still just a little bit late as they're able to score the run. Devin Travis there all the way around from first. And then here in the bottom of the 7th inning, give up a base hit with a guy on first. So they got 2 guys on now, still tied 1-1. Still have a chance in this one, but our offense needs to pick it up and our pitching needs to hold it down. Now right here, Xander Bogaerts, I don't know what he's doing. Sleeping, taking a nap. I don't know what he's doing. He does not make the play there, and that is definitely not good for us as they take second base as well. Didn't realize he was going to go to second, so they got second and third. They take the lead, and then they get a base hit through the middle with the infield in, and that is going to score 2, even with Jackie's gun. Didn't decide to throw it home, and instead that is going to be the ball game. My recording kind of cut out at the very end of that game, so I didn't show you guys the final out like I normally do. Either way, we still lost 4-1, and it really, nothing really happened after that. Just want to let you guys know that that's what happened there. So, bottom of the second inning here, and game number 3, we really need to win this game because, like I said, the Blue Jays were about 8 games back of us starting this series, and if they had swept us, we'd be down by 5, and they've already taken the first 2 games, so we really need to make sure we can get something going. So they get a base hit, and then another base hit right here, which weird play. Don't know what's going on. I throw it to third. This guy decides to go home. Instead, I throw it to second. I don't even know what's happening. I meant to throw it to second with Bradley instead of third, and that basically created a whole chain of events where I ended up throwing to third by accident, then to second to compensate, and then home after, and it was just a whole comedy of errors right there, and they end up scoring a run when they really should have had first and second, honestly. Really nothing more than that should have came from that play, and instead in this inning they get 2 runs, when honestly I doubt they would have scored a single one if I had just been a little bit more attentive on that defensive play. Now, definitely don't want to be in the hole, like I mentioned. If we get swept, we are only up 5 games, and like I said, 5 games is a good advantage in the division, but it's still not good enough, especially when there's a pretty solid amount of the year to go. There's still about 15 to 20 games left, don't know the exact amount, so we're looking to strike back. Now right here, David Ortiz, the speedster, getting into second base, giving us bases loaded on a little tapper by Blake Swihart. But then we strike out with Bradley. I'm telling you, Marco Estrada was killing me. Now, he was throwing a lot of balls, so he had a high pitch count, but he was absolutely murdering me. And then Travis Shaw ripping one to third, but Josh Donaldson, an amazing third baseman down there, able to make the diving catch and preserve their lead. Now, Andrew Benintendi here in the 4th inning, getting us on the board finally, hitting his 2nd career home run into right center field. Very nice. Giving us a 2-1 deficit now, giving us a run on the board, finally getting across. And, like I said, this offense has been really struggling, but we got to get it going, and I'll take that any way we can now. Dustin Pedroia right after him, getting a base hit, so we're looking to make something happen here in the 4th inning. Now, Mookie Betts, a couple batters later, cranks one to right field. I believe this was his 28th home run of the season, so he's looking like he should be a 30 home run guy, which is very, very nice. And we take the lead on that one as well. A huge home run for Mookie, who I personally think should be in the MVP discussion in this franchise. Not really in the discussion in terms of when you look at it in the menus, but I do think he should be. He has been amazing for me and really, really helped the team out whenever we needed it. And here in the bottom of the 4th inning, they get a base hit and then another base hit through the center. Jackie Bradley Jr. really busy out there, throwing balls in all the time, just constant base hits, which is another thing we do need to work on along with our offense as well. Now they crush one to center field, but I thought Jackie was going to be able to get this one. Maybe if I jumped for it, he would have had it. Instead, they're going to get the run across, but a nice relay throw from Xander, able to get the guy at the plate and preserve a tie game instead of them taking a 1-run lead. Troy Tulowitzki gunned down, and we are able to keep this one tied going into the top of the 6th inning as Benintendi crushes one again. Is this one going to get out of here as well? Same spot pretty much. Not quite landing on the warning track, but we'll take a double, no doubt about it. Benintendi really providing a spark for our offense, and we're looking pretty good here. Able to possibly get a run across would be huge with nobody down. Dustin Pedroia up next, looking to finally convert here and get a run across the board. Pedroia here looking for a big-time base hit. That's what we need. Definitely a hit would be huge. Instead, he's going to rip one to center field. This one is going to be caught out there, but hey, we will take that for sure. Benintendi going to be able to move up to third on that sac fly, which is a huge play, honestly. Next guy up, Xander Bogaerts, he's going to ground out to second base. And like I said, that other play, the sac fly was absolutely massive as we were able to get a run across with that ground out by Xander Bogaerts. Now here in the 9th inning, Craig Kimbrell on. We pulled out all the stops. We got to get this victory. Kimbrell is in, and we are trying to get this win. Now we walked the first guy, not what we wanted to see. Walk another guy after a strikeout. So they got 2 guys on, only 1 down, and they're only down by 1 run as well. So we need a huge play, and that is exactly what we get right here against the AL MVP, the reigning MVP, Josh Donaldson. We are able to get a huge double play to end the inning and end the game and get the victory. A massive, massive win for us as we really needed to stop the bleeding. We had lost 6 straight up to that point, so that was a huge win for us. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like down below and be on the lookout for our next video as we got a big heavy hitter coming back in the lineup after a long-term injury. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.